Okay, we're live. I want to thank everybody that's joining in. I'm coming live today because I said I was gonna come live last night, but I kind of got caught up. We have a lot going on this weekend. This weekend, I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. Get that to go. This weekend we have tomorrow is National Ice Cream Day. So with that, I have a lot of stuff we had to do to get in preparation for our National Ice Cream Day. Also, what we have, I have a couple of events that I have to cater tomorrow. So we was doing that yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to go live, and I wanted to come live today. And Thursday, I really didn't get a chance to talk because we had what we call rocking on Rayford, and I was outside with the music and all that, so I really couldn't interact with you all like I wanted to, or really speak on any subject like I wanted to. So I'm just gonna come tonight for a little bit. I came up because we're like I say we're getting ready. They close, and I like to come up right at the closing time. And this last 30 to 40 minutes before they close, I wanted to come and actually talk to you all. Uh, we have our next hands-on live event. It's going to be on August the 13th. Um, yeah, August the 13th, and we'll have September the 17th. We got two more coming up next month. I'll go ahead and I'll get the dates for October and November for those who want to come to the hands-on live event. I have those October. I have October and November coming up in a couple of weeks. Also, if you would like to buy some of our popcorn, you can now purchase our popcorn again. We're selling it online. If you go online in the description of this video, it's a link. You can purchase our popcorn. We'll ship it directly to you. Get some of our homemade kettle corn. We make it right here in our actual store. And like I said, if you purchasing the popcorn, helps me create jobs for the high school kids around here, and also help me create more business opportunities for you all. Also, the popcorn business and the ice cream business is two of them that I'm working right now, trying to finish them up. Because the businesses are actually changing, they're growing, and I'm seeing new things. I'm having to go back and redo some things to catch up with the way the business is actually operating right now. But tonight is going to be real quick. We're going to talk about a discussion that's going on. I've seen several videos of it about Vlad and I just started with I guess Vlad and Charleston White. They were talking about Jackie Chan, not the movie actor, not leaving any of his money to his troubled kid. And Charleston White thought that was a bad idea. Glad thought it was a great idea not to leave no money to somebody who's troubled. So then I saw he done another video with Ricky Freeway Ricky, Rick Ross Freeway Ricky. He was an ex-drug kingpin and has now came back, and he does some good things. But Rick Freeway Rick actually thought that was a good idea too, not to leave a troubled kid any money or any inheritance, to just let them flounder out there. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We need to have a real discussion about wealth within the African American community. And this right here is I'm basing this about from statistics that's readily you can find readily easy from anywhere. These are actual statistics you can find, and also I'm going off of personal experience with people in other races that I know that really had a lot of money, and not say a lot of money. I mean where they're building communities and they're actually driving the communities and stuff. That type of money, not somebody who might be trying to get a business up and off the ground. Somebody who really had enough money where they could come in and actually change a city and change a community, where they could buy whole communities. They could they could buy several blocks and stuff, and really flip the whole town and community. Those people that I had a chance to actually interact very closely with. Okay, the first thing I want to say, uh, I just don't believe. I've been saying it for several years now. I just don't believe anymore that these so-called celebrities and so-called business gurus that they put out in front of us. I no longer. I no longer believe that they're actually business. They have any business acumen at all. I have never heard them tell us how they actually got where they wanted to be at. Um, Majority of the time, they got chosen. Somebody put them on. Right now, I've been searching and trying to find Rick Ross. One of the things he says, he came out of the prison system with $200. Now he's flipping it, trying to where he's making millions. But he's never told that. I had never found or heard him tell the steps. From what I can figure out, uh, I don't think right now he's in the marijuana dispensary business, the marijuana. I haven't heard him say anything about he purchasing any land. I haven't heard anything about that. He has any raw resources or raw goods where he's actually growing marijuana, that he's actually harvesting it, that he's actually manufacturing it. I heard him say that he has I guess somebody has started with his manufacturing facility that and the person uh, backed out of it. I guess didn't do enough research and stuff, and he's stepping in to actually trying to get it up and going. And with that, I don't need to see the back end deal of it because I don't think that was his money that he used. I don't think it was his money that stepped up and purchased that, and I don't think it's his money that's actually behind it. That's actually trying to get it up and running. I think he might be the front person out there, and he might be putting some sweat equity and getting something off the back end that way. But I'm almost positive there's going to be some other nationality, a white person, an Indian person, Asian person. Somebody's behind him with the money. Kind of like when like I said, I had a store with two Indian business partners, and what happened when we went in and we bought. I didn't buy. Let me tell you, I didn't buy the store. My Indian business partners, they went in and they bought a shopping center. They went bankrupt. And from there, we decided that we were going to build this thing back up. Mainly, my business partners, they didn't want the money. They didn't want the money that our little store was kicking off. They didn't care about the cash flow from that. But what they wanted to do, they wanted to actually get those places rented out so they could keep collecting rent from this Walmart, and to actually get other people to start coming in to rent spaces. Because once they start putting businesses in, other people start coming back, and it built the place back up. And now it made the place. It made them that they got equity into that building that they had bought for cheap. So that's all they were doing. So if you came there and you saw me there in front of the desk running the day to day of it, you would think, hey, Mike Sneed killing it out here. This is his building. He's the owner of it. He's putting all and everybody knew that they had purchased that shopping center, and they were seeing me riding with them, going out looking at their different businesses, and they saw me in there with them all the time, talking about talking about our business. So they saw me interacting and with them all the time. So a lot of people start to believe that I had some ownership in the actual building, which I didn't. Only thing I done, I think we put in maybe 15,000. We put in like 15,000. I think I did. I put in 15,000, something like that, all together collectively. I put in 15,000 to actually buy merchandise and to restore the building that we were in. But that was all I had in. I wasn't paying no half million or all that for all the other stuff that they had. I had 15,000, and I was there working it, doing it every day, and I was collecting money from the cash flow from that. And as far as the business, if you look up the business name, I think Clayton Appliance, or I think that's what Clayton Appliance Outlet or something like that. You would see my name on there as the registered agent. So if they went and looked, they would think, oh, Mike Sneed, that's Mike Sneed building. He's working with those guys, and he's doing it. I think Rick Ross got that same type of deal, where somebody behind him got the money pushing that stuff out there, and went out there and purchased that building, or purchased that manufacturing thing, and got him in there. And he's trying to turn it around. If he turn it around, he'll get some of the cash flow and stuff. But he's not going to own the manufacturing equipment. He's not going to own the builder. He's not going to own any of that stuff. He's going to get a small percentage, kind of like the Jay-Z deals, like you see with the Brooklyn Nets and stuff. But you can get a small percentage and stuff coming off of it, but you're not going to be the owner. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, because a small percentage off a large amount is still a lot of money. But to give us the perception that you actually put it together, that you went out here and you're actually sourcing the marijuana, that you're actually going out making deals with farmers to harvest it, you actually going out doing the distribution and all that. That's a lie. I don't see him having those type of connections to be able to turn that around, to do that. I don't. And from the conversations that I'm hearing from him, I don't hear any of that. If he was there doing all that manufacturing, sourcing the product, doing the deals to get the product in, we would hear that in his conversations. I never hear that in his conversations about it, because that's what would be in your head. That's all you'll be talking about. Just like now, a lot of you are in appliance repair, and that's why I see y'all posting. Y'all posting how much money y'all make, how y'all fix this, how y'all done that. Everything y'all posted, even on y'all personal page, is something dealing with appliance repair, because y'all thoroughly immersed in it. And I don't see that coming out his mouth about that. In his interviews, he doesn't talk about that. Like you hear me talking about the stuff that I'm doing with the ice cream parlor, that I'm doing within my businesses and stuff that's going on. And that's what's always in my head. I don't have room for anything else in my head. So I'm not talking. That's all I got. That's what my conversation is going to be about. That's why I got boring conversation right now. But I don't hear that from him. And so with that, he can't really tell you how to do it, unless he's going to tell you need to get close to, kind of like I would tell you, hey, how did you get that building and get in with those Indian guys? I was just doing service calls. I was doing work around their house a lot, and they asked me to do some work. That was it. I got chose. I didn't go there and strike no deal with them. They chose me. And so it wasn't nothing I done to do that. Now, once I got there, I took advantage of the situation. Same thing I think Rick Ross and them should do. Take advantage of the situation and start to build something on their own, branch off and try to do it on their own. The other thing too that I heard him say, and that's totally wrong. He was like, well, you don't want to if you got a kid that's troubled and this and that, what you need to do, you don't necessarily leave him any money. What you can do, leave them some education and all that. And that's the biggest lie that anybody has told us, and we fall for. I can't believe we still follow for it. And that's why I kind of had it in the thumbnail. If you look at the thumbnail, African American women have a median worth of about $5. Single African American women, they have a median worth of about $5. That's about all they worth. Not as a person, but net worth. That's how much financial they have. And then you go look at it, they're the most educated group in America. So that education and financial acronym doesn't go hand in hand, because most of the time the education that you get doesn't have the education that you need to be financially stable and to actually to make it and to really get into that upper 5, 10% of America, you're not gonna be able to get it at no university because most of the professors don't know how to do it. If you look right now, you're seeing all these professors, especially African American professors, can't get tenure, and they begging for jobs. So they don't. That tell you that they haven't built anything for themselves. If they close to 70 years old, if you close to 70 and you still trying to get tenure to get a job to get a paycheck, something's wrong. And so that's the people you send your kids to actually learn from. Somebody who's 60, 70 years old and still trying to work and collect a paycheck, and then get mad when they don't want to give them a paycheck and they want to kick them out. Now they want everybody to come rally behind them, but they haven't built anything. Versus most of us, especially in appliance repair, I'm seeing a bunch of you all are quitting your jobs. Y'all not caring about no pension from them. Y'all retiring your wives. You all got retirement in plan, in sight. Like I said, I've pretty much been retired since I was 30. I've been able to do exactly what I wanted to do ever since I was like 30 years old. So, and that's what you all are doing. But we send our kids to the university to be 70 some years old. No disrespect to Michael Eric Dyson and Dr. Cornell West and even the young lady that's down here in UNC Chapel Hill. They had to go to Howard University. No disrespect to them, but at the age, especially Dr. Cornell West and Michael Eric Dyson, you shouldn't be working anymore. You should be looking for a paycheck at that age. Time to sit back and relax. And you should have built some things on your own. And getting back to the subject, why did they're not? Nicole Hannah Jones. That's her, Nicole Hannah Jones. Yeah. So get back to the subject. That's one of the things that African Americans, especially, that we have to realize and have to get serious about. And I had this discussion with family members today too. This exact situation. My family, some of my family, believe that you shouldn't. They believe like Vlad TV. They believe like Freeway Rick that you shouldn't leave no kid no money. You're gonna mess them up. That's what they say. You gotta teach your kids how to make it on their own, and you give them money, they're gonna be lazy, this and that. But we don't know because we never had any money, and all we know is what we believe. We never know anybody get any money. If somebody died and left them a life insurance policy of $20,000, and no way to know what to do with the $20,000. Yeah, $20,000 ain't gonna last anytime. Same thing. If somebody died and they left you $100,000 and didn't tell you what to do with the $100,000, that ain't gonna last. They're not gonna last anytime. My parents, when they when they retired, they got like $100,000, like lump sum for retirement. But they give you the $100,000, and you think you got some money, but they're gonna cost you about $20,000 to live in the United States. They don't do anything. So all they have about 5 to 10 years of money to make it, and they're in their 60s, and they live into their mid 80s and stuff. So nobody shows you what to do with the $100,000. You think, I can put it in the bank and I can pinch off of it and this and that. And it doesn't. It ain't gonna last. You're gonna run out. And so we look at that and say, they left that boy all that money. He didn't do nothing but waste it. No, he didn't know what to do with it. Well, nothing but he could do with it. $100,000 ain't gonna kick off no cash for you. If you got $100,000, you're looking at about $10,000 a year at best that you're gonna get if you invest in something safe. We don't know how to invest. Nobody tells us how to invest money. Most people don't even know where to go buy stock. Most people don't know how to go buy mutual funds or whatever. We don't know any of that. So that's what we're going by when we make those decisions, when we say those things. And then you have to go look in reality. In reality, when you go look, it takes anywhere between 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 generations, not 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 generations. This is what studies have shown. It takes 3 to 5 generations for someone to break out of poverty, or 3 to 5 generations before somebody's wealth to get destroyed. So what happens if you're not building anything? You gotta start now. So what Freeway Rick Ross has to do, he has to start now building wealth, not for him, not for him right now, because you have to forget about yourself. You got to start building wealth for your children's children, for your grandkids. That's you hear me saying that all the time. Why would I be here tonight on a Saturday night? I just went out with my wife and we went out to have a nice dinner and stuff. Why would I come back here to an ice cream parlor to scoop ice cream and this and that? It's not for me. I got plenty of cash. I got plenty of cash flow for me to enjoy my life and for my wife and I to do whatever we want to do. But I have to build something for my kids and grandkids so that if something was to happen, that they won't have to fall on hard times and become wards of the state. Um, we have a gentleman here that they wrote a book about us, kind of like the Activate Selma group, who putting this town back together. But one guy, it'll be in the book, so it's not. I'm not saying anything that telling somebody business. It'll be in the book. His dad used to be the mayor of this town, and he had some. He went to college, but he partied a lot, and him and his dad didn't get along. His dad told him that he won't shit, and he said it hurt him. And his dad thought that of him, but his dad left him all this property and all these businesses and stuff that he put together. Now he complains about it from time to time, about all the property and all that stuff his dad done, and how him and his sisters and his mom have to go back and pull it out. But I can tell you this: I haven't seen him doing no 9 to 5 ever since I've been here. I ain't never seen him going to work nowhere. He's managing the real estate and stuff that his father left him. He's managing the businesses and stuff that his father left him. And that has sustained him from the time where his father said he wasn't shit. His father told me he won't shit, to the point now where he's married, a responsible man, a dignified man in the community, where the community respects him now, to the point now that he can actually manage this property. And he can do good. When people need stuff, there was a minister that wanted to do some things with the youth, and start like a little music program. Because he got all this property, he just told the music guy, "Hey, this yours, free of rent. Move in there, do what you want to with it." Because he had the property to do that. That now he can do those good things, and that's what we have to start seeing. That you have to leave it. That person will come back around eventually, and if they don't come back around, it takes 3 to 5 generations before they can really screw it up if you put it together right. So he might not get it, but the grandkids can come back and pick it up, or the kids after that come back and pick it up. But with us as African Americans, we start over from zero every time. We don't leave our kids anything, and we expect them to go out here and struggle to try to make it. We have a guy that grew up with us in my community that has his own appliance repair business. He's been doing it as long as I've been doing it. And I was talking to one of my friends. He was telling me, "Yeah, man, I went to house. I ain't gonna call his name because I have people watching from my old community. But so yeah, I go there. He got a 8-acre pond in the back of his house where he stocked it with all this fish. And he's invited me to come out there to go fishing. Us to go out there fishing and talk. So I might go out there. Hopefully, I can maybe get him on camera or not or whatnot. Also, he'll tell me, man, he got this big. We get to go to his house. He got these big gates going into his house and stuff, and telling me all the stuff this guy has. And I'm telling him, well, if my grandfather left me 300 acres of land, yeah, I could do the same. I would have the same thing too if I had that. It ain't the fact that he's that much smarter than I am. It's not the fact that he's a better businessman than I am. It's the fact that he had his grandfather that was an entrepreneur. He had all his grandfather's brothers were entrepreneurs. All of the brothers, the whole town that I'm from is named after their family. All his grandfather and all his grandfather's brothers were entrepreneurs. They're big farmers. Then from there, his dad and uncles and all them were entrepreneurs. They didn't do the farming, but they had financial businesses and stuff where they loaned money and all that. So he had that, and his brothers are entrepreneurs, and then it comes down to him when it gets to him, yeah, he's going to have all of that. And then they just left him another 300 acres of land. So yeah, he doesn't have to worry about. All he had to do was just put together about 5-10%. He had 95% of what he needed to make it already given to him at birth. When he was born, he had 90 to 95% of what he needed to make it in America already waiting on him. Versus us as African Americans, we don't have anything when we come into we started from scratch. We don't have anything. Don't have money for college. Damn, now they don't even have money to buy paper and to get a haircut to go to private public school. Now everywhere you look, everybody got to collect money to buy pencils and papers and to get a little Leroy a haircut so he can go to school the first day. And you expecting he don't have enough money to get paper and haircuts to go to school, but you're now expecting the school to now teach them how to code, teach them skilled trades, teach them all this stuff to get them to the point where they ready to compete when they graduate from high school. Or now you thinking it's gonna when you ain't got the money to pay for a haircut or to buy a pack of papers. How you gonna now in 2021? I got the bill. It's $8,000 and something per semester to go to a state funded university here in North Carolina. Who gonna pay that for him if his parents and nobody has left anything for him and haven't showed them any way to get this? So that's the stuff we have to get to. We got to get to the point where we got to start questioning these people that's coming on telling us about entrepreneurship. We want to know who have y'all built? Who have y'all built to show you that you have shown them how to do the exact same thing that you have done? Because if you come on and you're gonna tell me, I try to teach people, talk to people about how to do so they can do the same thing that I've done. I don't want you can't talk to me and tell me how to do the same thing that you're doing. You got to be like a discipleship. You have to actually walk that person through there. You got to give them step by step instructions. We don't need any more motivational speaking in African American community. We don't have enough of motivational speaking. We need instructional speaking, where you tell us step by step by step by step by step. When you come to Appliance boot camp, there ain't no motivational speaking. It's step by step by step. What you do. First thing you want to do, register your LLC. Once you register your LLC, go get your EIN number. After you get your EIN number, apply to third-party warranty companies. After you apply to third-party warranty companies, they'll send you an insurance COI that you need to take to your insurance agent. Go get your insurance. Once you go get your insurance, then you call the third-party warranty company, tell them saying you 1 to 2 calls per day, and that's all you do starting off until you learn the trade. You're going to earn as you learn. Instead of going to work for somebody for $10, $15 an hour, you make $85 an hour as you learn. And you're going to be doing the exact same thing. And it won't take you long to actually get up to speed. So you're going to be thoroughly immersed. It's not like you're going to school. I went to school and I went to school for 4 years in college. And those 4 years, I couldn't. If I learned about marketing, I didn't have a place to actually apply marketing skills to see if it was right or wrong. I just read about it. That didn't work. Versus now that you have a business, if you read marketing, you can apply it directly to your business and see if it's work. If you same thing. When I was learning about electronics, I was learning about Ohm's law. I was learning about how to check resistors, how to check the misters and stuff. I was learning about that type of stuff, but I wasn't out there having to implement it. So this right here is where you implement it, and that's why you all are so good in electronics, because you learn about the misters, you learn about switches, and then next thing you know, you in the ring. You in the ring with that refrigerator. You in the ring with that range or whatever. And the stuff that you learned the night before, you gotta see if it works or not. And you can tell right then and there if it works or not. And because you have to apply it right then and there while it's fresh in your head, and it sticks because now it ain't no just reading the book and passing a test about it. You have to actually go out there and apply it. And then when you apply it, you have to get the right results, and it's stick in your head. Because you actually there doing it right then and there, And that's how you know it. And when you do that, nobody can tell you anything different because you actually saw it work. You fixed it. It was broke when you got there. When you left, it was working. You fixed it. Can't nobody tell you that anymore. Can't nobody tell you. Can't nobody tell you about the 5 banking accounts. If you started off in a business or you was running a business and you couldn't tell where your money was going and this and that, and people would tell you all this stuff, or like they used to tell me, you gotta live within your means. But what in the world mean live within your means? Or this thing, when you starting a business, you ain't got no money to be going out to eat. You ain't gonna have no clothes. You ain't got no money. All the money gotta go right back into the business stuff, and end up you'll never get no money out of that business. That's not true. If you follow the 5 banking account, you're gonna have a profit account. You're gonna be able to enjoy it, and it's gonna be controlled growth, intentional growth, and you're gonna be able to enjoy that business. That business is gonna be able to give you good things. And so if somebody come tell you something different, try to tell you something different, you don't have to listen to it. I know it worked. Like I said, one of my wife's cousins, last time we was at a family reunion, it's been 2-3 years ago because of COVID. We had a family reunion. They have a dump truck business, and they were having problems with their finances. And I showed them the 5 banking accounts. And the whole time I'm teaching them this, everybody telling, "Oh, Mike, y'all listen to Mike Sneed. He crazy. Don't keep listening to Mike Sneed. He'll get you in trouble." It won't. A month later, they called back to my father-in-law and told him, "Hey man, you need to listen to him. He got me straight." And they tell everybody. They said that one thing that he showed us saved our business. We're good money wise now, and you can enjoy the business. Like I say, my wife and I went out to a nice restaurant, enjoyed it. We got to ride around, look at some rental property that we were looking to purchase, and that's just because of the 5 bank accounts. So stuff like that, that's how you teach people, and that's the stuff that'll come out your head when you start doing that. And I don't see them doing any of this. Matter of fact, all this stuff that I'm running into now, where I'm having to go back and clean up taxes for 3 years. Right now, my Friday, I was on the phone for 3 hours with my accountant, just trying to clean up tax stuff because I had nobody to tell me all the stuff that we were doing wrong with starting businesses and stuff. With all the stuff we were doing wrong when we were starting businesses with they're going holding companies and stuff. All that stuff that I did not know. I didn't know that one company had to actually. All right, if I'm gonna actually rent a property, so say for instance, I buy a property with one LLC. But say like Appliance Boot Camp, this is the first time I've done this, where Appliance Boot Camp, at my building that I have is rented by Sneed RIH. That's Sneed Real Estate Investment Holdings. So my buildings are, all my property is kept in that LLC. Well, Old Fashioned Ice Cream Appliance Boot Camp, it rents. It rent and pays rent to the LLC. Well, I did not know that I had to have a rental agreement in place, and I didn't know that I had Sneed RIH had to send Appliance Boot Camp a 1099. I did not know that. Nobody told me that was there. I did not know that the renovations and stuff that Appliance Boot Camp done in here. Appliance Boot Camp, because I was looking at it like when I bought Appliance, when I went out and I rented buildings in the past. And when I rented those buildings, if I had to make some changes here and there within the building, that was just on me. No, I made the changes and that was it. I didn't get I didn't get no 1099 from the building guy. I just say, hey, I just asked them, hey, you mind if I do these changes? Go ahead and do it. I do the changes. That was it. It was just part of running business. It was an expense. Well, now because I made renovations within this building and the other building, well, I write that off as an expense for Appliance Boot Camp, the money that I had spent to make renovations here. But the expense that I done this, that actually gave that expense has to go somewhere, so it has to go over to Sneed RIH. Anything over I think $500 or $600, anything over $600 that I spent in here, it became equity for Sneed RIH, and Sneed RIH is supposed to at 1099. So all that shit nobody told me. And I got to go here and figure this out because I'm doing it. And then I got to go back and clean up all this stuff from all these years and look at all these receipts and stuff and get it cleaned up. And so that's the stuff that I'm talking when these guys, they don't talk and tell us that stuff. And so I'm there and I was talking to one of the guys who's running for mayor. I think he might be the only one running for mayor. I was talking to him, a couple other business owners, one African American business owner. He was looking at the building, and I was telling him, I said, I got to go. I got a 2 o'clock appointment. I got to get back on the phone with my accountant. And I was telling him, I said, I'm the cannon farmer. I'm the one who got to take all these hits and get blown up I'm the first one out and getting hit up and got to find the landmines. But then I'm the one who looks stupid. Everybody tell me I'm stupid because I make all these mistakes. I'm not making mistakes. Nobody tells us this, and the accountant doesn't tell me this. They automatically assume that I know. We thought you knew that. No, I don't know that. And then I don't have any accountants we don't have. I don't have no accountants that's close to me or anything like that. Most African American accountants I know, they just doing W-2s. They're not doing because there's not enough African Americans running businesses like that to get them enough. They do personal taxes. They don't do stuff like we're doing because there's not enough of us to actually sustain that business part for them. So now I really have to start doing like Abdul and Ron, where you find a family member and when they're going to school, there ain't no more social work. Social work is off the table. You're gonna be going for accountant. We need an accountant to actually go here, study this stuff, and come back and teach it to us and manage our stuff so that we can have our wealth to last the next 3 to 5 years. Because that's the stuff that we don't know because we're not doing business. And I never hear you guys talking about that, how they get around that. And that's the other thing too. That's the other thing too. I have to find out if they suing each like I just saw Dame Dash and Jay-Z had to go to court for what is it maybe $1 million or something like that. If you're a billionaire, what's $1 million to you? Let it slide. You don't take nobody to court for that, especially when y'all friends. Like I told you all, my whole egg that I had to actually renovate property. One of my friends, unfortunately, he squandered it. He spent it. I didn't go out and trash him or anything like that. I was upset. I didn't go out there and sue him. Hey man, okay, you got me. We have to make it up somewhere else and move on. So that's the other thing too. I don't see if you all running the business together and I know you say okay, you got me right now. I ain't got time to worry about that. I need to get the things back up and running. We'll catch ourselves back up later. I ain't have time to fight with them because I was in a bad spot and I had to get my stuff up and running. Once I got back even board and stuff, hey man, that little money that you owe me, and we'll catch it up. I just can't do business with you like that anymore unless we got some things in place. But I don't take him to court, and I ain't gonna be running around town trashing his name and this and that. He's another brother. So that's why I said I don't believe that they are actually building this. Now, I like I say, I still believe Dane does it because I've seen the people he's built behind him. I haven't seen Jay-Z build anybody. I haven't seen. I don't know who Freeway Rick built. I don't know. Maybe he built somebody. I don't know. I ain't seen it. But you all that have came to Appliance, I got thousands of people who have came to Appliance Boot Camp who have doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. Matter of fact, shout out to all the guys, the alumni and stuff down there that actually liked. I saw the pictures. I was proud. I was looking at the picture when it used to be just one African American there. I saw so many of them there in that picture. It was proud to say, hey, we're represented there. And I think I want to give a lot of credit to TMM and Mike Chick also for putting that stuff out there and got the numbers up. So I'm gonna read a little bit what we got in the chat. And if you wanted to get in, you can get in right here. All right. Hey, what's going on, James X? G Brown, what's up off the mic? Hey, what's going on? Tack Appliance Services. Hey, what's going on? Picture Man 63. Good evening, Mike and ABC fam. Great topic. Okay, thanks. Quentin Hodge. What's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Maurice? All right. D Johnson. Hey, love the channel. Truly game change. Thanks. I appreciate it. Nicole Hannah Jones. Yeah, that was the lady from Carolina. Then goes to Howard, and Howard couldn't even afford to pay it. All it was just some white guy, white business or whatever, gave the money so she can go up there to save face. But Howard didn't have the money to pay it. Yeah, we always started from scratch. You know exactly. Slick said he just had a conversation with same conversation as somebody. Okay. All right. Salute Boo Magoo. Okay, how you doing, Boo Magoo? All right. What's up, Mr. Mechanical? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, kick them out of their own. Okay, he goes. Okay, yeah, we kick them out. We kick them out of their own without them being prepared and without anything they can do to actually make it. Okay, Slick. I had a non-entrepreneur give me advice this morning. I just nicely. I have that all the time. Somebody never YouTube. Don't do me like that. There we go. I have that all the time. Somebody never open up a lemonade stand, but they're gonna tell me something about entrepreneurship. I have it all the time. All the time. Slick. Yeah, Slick has told me about his accountant. I'm gonna have to get his accountant and let them do some things for me. My accountant, they're good, but they assume I know more than what I know. I don't know anything, and I keep telling them, hey, I'm going in uncapped. I'm right now. I'm flying blind. I'm assuming stuff, and I do stuff, and when you see me starting to do something, it's some stuff that I would like for them to ask me. Have you done this, and this? Because later on we're gonna need it. You know, that stuff I would like for them to be more proactive with, rather than asking, at the end of the year or a year or two later, how about this? I, I wish they'd be more proactive than reactive. But like I say, they do a lot of small businesses, small service business, so and everybody else know it because they may be third, fourth generation doing it. I don't know it, and so with that, it gets to be a little tricky, and a lot of it is what we call left pocket, right pocket. Number LLC. YouTube is messing up, so I'm gonna get out. We had some thunderstorms again, so I think it's acting up. So I'm gonna get out here in a couple of seconds. All right. A great accountant makes you money. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. And a bad one costs you money. But yeah, a great accountant makes you money. Hey, how you doing, Paul Brown? All right. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Appliance Bootcamp. I want to thank everybody who have purchased the Appliance Bootcamp. If you hadn't already, if you'd like to try some popcorn, in the description, there's a link. You can go there. You can click on the link. You can go buy some popcorn. Like I say, that popcorn helps me give jobs to high school kids and help me create other business opportunities for you all. I'll be back on Monday talking to you all again. And thank you all again, like I said, for purchasing the Appliance Bootcamp. If you hadn't already, you can click on the link in the description, buy Appliance Bootcamp. And like I say, it takes anywhere between 3 to 5 generations to break out of poverty. You need to get started now. Don't wait and don't build anything when you're young and wait till you get old and then think about coming out here trying to build. get started now, build it for your future. Um, and best way I know is appliance boot camp. My wife and I, we sat down because I wanted to trim some fat. I said I got too much going on, and I need to trim some fat. And that's the first thing my wife said. You can't let appliance go. Appliance has Sneed Appliance has done right by us. You need to put more attention back into Sneed Appliance and push out some of the other stuff further. You got to do it all right now, but some of the other stuff, push it out a little further and put your attention to Sneed Appliance. And that's the money maker that's done everything for us. And she was right too. With that, we're doing that. We're pushing some of the stuff. We're not stopping, but we ain't pushing the gas so fast. So I need some stuff I need to clean up and do. And with that, she was right. And like I said, I don't know any business. I haven't found any business that right has been better fit for me than appliance repair. Once again, thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed. I enjoy talking to you all. Y'all give me a way to vent the stuff that I have in my head and stuff that I talk about all day. I can come here and actually let it go. And there go Slick talking about damn. Do our wives talk? Well, no, we talked about this quite a bit. It's funny how our lives start to be parallel because we're doing the same thing, and we're doing the same thing. Your lives will be parallel, and you start to do things. So that's why I say I want to see people that they built because you all are following my blueprint. Unfortunately, you all have some of the same issues that I have. So you're gonna fall into the same thing. So that's why our lives kind of look parallel. Question: do you have a contract with LG for seal system repair? No, I don't. I do seal system repairs for American Home Shield, and I just do CODs. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to do any more than that. And Slick said, "I promise." She told me the same thing yesterday. Yeah, they must have talked to him because that's when we went out to eat tonight. That's where we went out to eat, and because I was getting ready to go getting ready to trim some stuff. Some businesses and stuff I was getting ready to trim off, and my wife said this is one that we can't trim. This is one that we have been neglected. That I need to show more attention to because this is where our money has been made. Regardless of how much I try to throw, no matter how bad I do all the appliance repair, she just sticks around and it comes right back. So I got to start treating her better, my wife said. So with appliance repair, we got to do things a little bit better with Sneed Appliance to get it back where it needs to be. And I need to give it more attention and slow down. I'm pushing the 50. I can still make the 50 time frame. But if I'm a year or two behind, we good. That's the other thing too. We looked at it, what we got coming in and what we're gonna have coming in. We good. So ain't no thing. As she say, stop trying to impress those people on the internet, and just live your life. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm a year behind this and that, so be it. She said you're still getting it done. Don't put unwanted pressure on yourself. And that's kind of what I was doing. I say stuff on here. I use that the whole. I try to do stuff. I say stuff here, and then I try to make it happen within the time frame I do. When I do that, I put a lot of pressure on me. To do that. And my wife is saying, "Why? Those people on the internet just watching. Just do it, and don't be worried about trying to impress them or be within that. You doing it, just do it and enjoy it." And she's telling the truth. I need to enjoy it. I actually got to sit down today, and like I said, today was one of those days where I said I'm going to enjoy time with my wife and kids. So I did. My wife and I went out for a good dinner. We went out and we looked at. This is the first time we went out and looked at rental properties together in probably 10 years. Because what happened, I'm pushing. I gotta go buy this, and she got frustrated with it, and She didn't want to go real estate. She didn't want to do real estate with me anymore. But this time we looked at properties together, and we chose a couple of them we wanted to go see. We rode out, look at it, and we're walking through it together, and it was enjoyable. And also, the first time in a long time, I got to sit down and I actually watched TV. I took the earphones out of YouTube, watched TV with my daughter, and I was actually surprised how much she always been really into sports and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know if she's into it for the competitiveness of the athletes or just to look at the athletes, because she always looking at the athletes. That's what she's there more to look at the athletes. But anyway, they had the Formula One racing. They were doing the polls, and I was surprised at how much she keep up with it and how much she knew about the cars and stuff. And like all of the young ladies now, she liked I guess the guy Lewis Hamilton, but she knew that. She knew the guy who he kind of rivaling with, and knew a lot more about the cars than I did, because the cars, and they do like a formation lap to warm the tires and stuff up, and they came back and the tires were smoking. I said I thought the radiator was bust. I was like, he's not gonna be in the race now. He out the radiator burst, and she was telling me no, he get his brakes hot, and I saw this flame coming out, and I said something's busting in the engine, and she was telling me how she was explaining to me how they do that to heat up the tires for them to stick better, and to get the brakes a little hotter too. So I guess they don't have as much drag and stuff. But yeah, she was telling me all of that stuff, and I was actually really surprised how knowledgeable she was. And because I hadn't been there watching that stuff with her, I didn't know. So I was able to do that and slow down, and I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna read a couple more of these, and I'm out. Hey, okay, no problem, Maurice. All right, slick start. There you go. You probably right, need to slow down for the fire. Yeah, slow down, man. Yeah, what's up? Hey, how you doing, Ewan? Maintaining a business is a beast by itself. I have considered quitting myself, but it comes back. The next course could be maintaining business. Yeah, like I said, that's what I was about. Our dinner date was about. I was like, hey, let's shut it down. I was just gonna focus on my real estate, the school, and the ice cream parlor. And she was like, nah, can't do that. This is where our money is at. We got to get this thing back up and get it right. And other stuff, we're not in no big hurry with it. It ain't costing us no money. We'll take care of that too. So once again, I'm going to heed to her advice on this. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. It's a little after 9. I need to go here now and close up the ice cream parlor. I'll be back on Monday. And thank you again. And please go sign up for Appliance Bootcamp is in the description, or buy some popcorn. Thank you again. And if you need to talk to me, call me Wednesdays from 1 to 4, 919-373-5526 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Once again, thank you for watching.